The Price of Forgiveness. Introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Fluency Mastery. Today, I have another touching life lesson story for you. This story is about love, betrayal, sacrifice, forgiveness, and the true meaning of standing by someone during life's hardest moments. As you listen, pay attention to the simple English words and expressions. This story will help you improve your listening skills while teaching an unforgettable lesson about life and marriage. Before we begin, please subscribe to English Fluency Mastery, turn on the notification bell, and share this story with your friends and family. We upload fascinating stories and English lessons to help you improve your English every day. Now, let's begin today's story. Chapter 8. The Power of Forgiveness. For what felt like an eternity, no one spoke. The room was so quiet that everyone could hear each other's breathing. No one dared to break the silence. Every eye remained fixed on Smith. Slowly, he lifted his head. Tears streamed down his face. Across the room stood Emiliana. She was alone. Her eyes were filled with tears, yet there was no anger in them. Only pain and hope. At that moment, memories flooded Smith's mind. He remembered the happy home they had once shared. He remembered the promises he had made on the day they were married. Then he remembered every promise he had broken, every lie, every secret, every woman he had chosen over his own family. He remembered the hotel room, the violent fight, the unbearable pain, the darkness that followed. Then another memory came into his heart. A hospital room. He saw Emiliana sitting quietly beside his bed, holding his hand, praying for him, crying for him, fighting for him. She had every reason to walk away, every reason to leave him to face the consequences of his own choices. But she hadn't. She stayed. She fought for the man who had hurt her the most. Smith could no longer hold back his emotions. With slow, trembling steps, he walked toward his wife. The room remained silent. Every person watched, hardly daring to breathe. When he finally stood before her, his voice broke. "Emiliana." He struggled to continue. "I'm so sorry." Tears rolled freely down his cheeks. "I destroyed the peace in our home. I broke your heart. I betrayed your trust. Yet, when I was dying—" He paused, overwhelmed with emotion. "You chose to save my life." He lowered his head. "I blamed you before blaming myself. I judged you without remembering everything you suffered because of me. Please." His voice became barely a whisper. "Please forgive me." Emiliana looked at the man she had loved through joy and sorrow, the man who had wounded her deeply, the man she had nearly lost forever. Without hesitation, she gently reached for his hands. Before anyone could say another word, Smith opened his arms. Emiliana stepped forward, and they embraced. They held each other tightly as tears flowed freely from both of their eyes. It was not simply the embrace of a husband and wife. It was the embrace of two broken hearts choosing healing over hatred, love over bitterness, forgiveness over revenge. Around the room, emotions overflowed. Several relatives quietly wiped away their tears. Others lowered their heads, ashamed of how quickly they had condemned Emiliana without knowing the full story. After a few moments, Emiliana softly spoke. "Smith, I also ask for your forgiveness. I never wanted to hurt you. Everything I did because I wanted you to live. Every single day, I prayed that one day you would understand why I made such a painful choice." Smith gently lifted her chin so their eyes could meet. A gentle smile appeared through his tears. "I understand now," he whispered, "and I forgive you. With all my heart." A quiet peace settled over the room. It was a peace that only truth and forgiveness could bring. Then Mr. Agronigo slowly stepped forward. A warm smile spread across his face. "My children," he said gently, "many people believe that a strong marriage is one that has never faced problems." He slowly shook his head. "But that is not true. A truly strong marriage is built by two people who are willing to admit when they are wrong, who are willing to forgive, and who choose love instead of pride." He turned to everyone gathered in the room. "Let today be a lesson for all of us. Never judge a person before hearing the whole story. Sometimes the person you blame has been carrying the heaviest burden of all." The room fell silent once again. This time, not because of anger, but because every heart had been touched. Smith walked over to the elderly man and gently held both of his hands. "Thank you," he said with deep gratitude. "Today, you didn't just save my marriage. You saved my heart." Emiliana smiled through her tears. "Thank you for helping us understand each other again." Mr. Agronigo smiled kindly. "I did not create forgiveness," he replied. "I simply reminded you of the truth. The decision to forgive came from your own hearts." From that day forward, Smith became a different man. He remained faithful to his wife. He treasured every moment with his children. Never again did he allow selfish desires to come before his family. And he never forgot the pain his choices had caused. As for Emiliana, she continued to stand beside her husband, not because life had become perfect, but because forgiveness had made their family stronger than it had ever been before. Together, they rebuilt their marriage on honesty, respect, trust, and unconditional love. They promised never again to hide the truth from one another. And in end, they walked into the future with hope, stronger than the storms that had almost destroyed them. And perhaps that was the greatest victory of all. Not that they escaped pain, but that they refused to let pain have the final word. The life lesson: every decision we make has consequences. One selfish choice can leave wounds that affect the people we love the most. Before judging anyone, take time to hear the whole story. True love is not proven when life is easy. It is revealed during life's darkest moments, when forgiveness seems impossible. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it gives us the courage to build a better future. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I truly hope it touched your heart and left you with a lesson you'll never forget. If you enjoyed this story, please support the channel by subscribing to English Fluency Mastery, liking this video, sharing it with your friends and family, and turning on the notification bell so you never miss our future stories and English lessons. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep believing that love, truth, and forgiveness are always worth fighting for. May God bless you. The end.